In 1945, on Christmas Eve, a haunting incident occurred in Fayetteville, West Virginia, that continues to send chills down the spine. George Sodder, a hard-working Italian immigrant, was celebrating the holiday with his wife, Jenny Sodder, and their 10 beloved children. As the night unfolded with joy and laughter, no one could have predicted that it would soon turn into a nightmare, one that remains an unsolved mystery to this day. Around 1 a.m., disaster struck when a fire suddenly broke out in the Sodder home. George and Jenny managed to escape with 4 of their children, but tragically, 5 of their children were left behind in the upstairs bedrooms. Despite George's desperate attempts to rescue them, he was thwarted by several obstacles. The ladder he usually kept for emergencies was mysteriously missing, and both of his trucks failed to start when he tried to use them to reach the window. Meanwhile, attempts to call the fire department were unsuccessful. They arrived hours later. Initially, it was assumed that the 5 missing children had perished in the fire. However, as investigations began the following day, several unsettling facts emerged. Official reports stated that the children had been burned beyond recognition, yet forensic experts pointed out that human bones do not disintegrate completely in house fires. Even at extreme temperatures, some remains should have been found. The absence of any bones or teeth raised serious doubts about the official narrative. George Sodder rejected the investigation's conclusions. He had recently had all the wiring in his home replaced and believed that a short circuit could not have caused such a catastrophic fire. Additionally, he recalled strange occurrences leading up to the fire. Just before midnight, someone had cut the phone line to their house. Jenny also remembered receiving a mysterious phone call at 12:30 a.m. from a woman who laughed hysterically before hanging up. The night was filled with oddities. Just before the fire started, Jenny heard a noise on the roof that sounded like something falling. Furthermore, after the fire was extinguished, George discovered that the ladder he kept outside was found far away from their home in a nearby field. George became increasingly convinced that his children were not dead, but had been kidnapped during the chaos of the fire. His suspicions were compounded by an encounter with an insurance agent who had threatened him after he declined to purchase insurance for his home, a warning that suggested something terrible would happen. Some theorized that George's outspoken criticism of Italian dictator Benito Mussolini had made him a target for retribution from organized crime. Over time, various reports emerged claiming sightings of the Sodder children in different locations. One woman claimed she saw them in a hotel with a strange couple. As months turned into years without resolution, new evidence came to light. A bus driver passing through Fayetteville reported seeing individuals throwing something resembling a firebomb at the Sodder home just before it ignited. Later investigations revealed that this fire might have been deliberately set. In their quest for answers, George and Jenny dedicated their lives to uncovering what happened to their missing children. They erected a billboard featuring their children's photographs and offered a reward for information about them. In 1960, Jenny received an intriguing letter containing a photograph of a young man who closely resembled her son Louis. The letter simply stated, "Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie." This led them to hire a private detective to investigate further. However, no trace of Louis could be found. As time passed without resolution, George Sodder passed away in 1969. Jenny and her surviving children continued searching for answers about their lost siblings. After Jenny's death in 1989, the family finally took down the old billboard they had maintained for decades. The mystery of what happened on that fateful Christmas night remains unresolved. Were the Sodder children victims of a tragic accident or part of a larger conspiracy? This enigma continues to intrigue and haunt those who hear their story, a testament to the enduring power of hope and loss intertwined with an unsolved mystery that may never be fully understood.